Hello, good afternoon. Happy weekend to you all. Hope you're doing well. And if you're watching this, I will say happy weekend. Please remember to give the video a thumb up. Mute my audio. Yeah, put on the last volume. I don't know if that will work. Okay, so you're welcome, everyone. So please remember to give the video a thumb up, make yourself visible so I can give you a shout out. And if not able to kind of give you a shout out, I might be able to pin your comment or put it on the screen. It depends on maybe when the conversation is actually flowing, and I don't want to lose my chain of thought. Thank you. So last week I discussed Sharon's Ooja's issue coupled with I think the video and how couples kind of hold themselves where they're out there. I want us to talk about Sharon or just today more on things that we ladies take as a mistake or deliberately they just want to put themselves into it. I want to own up that I'm so sorry last week because three people sent me a message saying I'm covering up for the guy. I do not even know the guy. I don't even know his name. As at last week, I don't know his name. I did. I was saying that maybe his first wife passed, or one of his wife has passed on, and he had to remarry. Maybe the people are counting it for him and all that. Let's take a case of Davido now that one of his child was unfortunately, and someone would now be reflecting that, using that against him. I just thought maybe it shouldn't be, and I did say, "Oh, what if he was actually innocent? Maybe like it was just unfortunate that the ladies were staying, the remaining of the ladies were staying, but he had to remarry." Are we going to say he shouldn't be happy because other ladies have left? I didn't know much of his story when I was saying that. I was just trying to play the devil as advocate, or what if he's my brother? And I know he is okay. But from the story I've heard later about Sharon being a praying lady, he's been waiting for a while. I mean, it was also, when I say jilted, it was she was served the breakfast and all that. There's so many things that I've heard. That's why I thought, okay, I'm going to revisit the issue this week again because a lot have actually unfolded, and I've got questions. I hope we can be able to relate on this topic amicably. It's just for us to learn lesson. I am not trying to marry. We're already married by God's grace. But for whoever this might be beneficial to later on, some people have been burnt. They are not out. They can't come out there to narrate their stories, but they could learn from some of this. Uh, Maybe the live stream they see out there, people's discussion and comments. Some people have realized their mistake, why some hasn't. Until when they watch some videos, that then we realize, oh, I think I did made a mistake during those times. Yes, you're welcome, Sister Oju. Good afternoon. Happy weekend to you. So, like I was saying, so last week I was saying maybe the man's first wife has passed or one of his wife has passed. Some people maybe during labor, something happened, some were traveling. I have someone who actually had married like four times now. The first wife actually passed during child labor. Second one traveled to the hometown. I think she had a confrontation with one of her uncle that something to do with land. And before she traveled back to Lagos, it was an accident. As an accident happened, and that was how she also. So the third one, that one didn't stay. She was warned. It's not as if anything happened, but it's just the noise of people telling her that the first two marriages, the women uh, died, so that she might not also last. I think she couldn't stay, she couldn't stand it. She just said, you know what, let me just go my own jet before it happens to me. And after a few years, the man just had to remarry. Definitely, the world will be counting it for him, but it wasn't really something that he would love. So I didn't mean to cover up for the guy. So, like I was saying, we heard the story of the I've heard the story of the man, how he's been going from one to the other and to the other. I am not stopping his happiness. I'm not against him being happy. If he feels being with a woman will make him more fulfilled and happy, fine. But one of the things I picked up from is the stories I've been hearing is that he hasn't even, I don't think he has realized his own mistake from each relationship he has to know where to work on. He quickly jumps to the next relationship. He jumps to the next one. He jumped to the next one. So definitely he hasn't um reflect on what happened in his previous one to know what where he himself needs to work on, but rather he would look for someone to blame for his faults. So, and I heard he's a very sweet talker as well. You know how to sweet talk the ladies. And there's something I also noticed with men then when I was, you get to a time in a woman's life that you seem to, it's your prime time that men keep rushing you and you get so confused, like, who should I choose? And you'll be saying to yourself that I'm so lucky. If you're not careful, you will want to date all of them and you become rubbish. But during those times, um, if you're always conversing with one particular one most of the time, there is a tendency that you're going to fall in love, even if that person is not the right one, because you guys are constantly exchanging. Um, you guys are conversing, exchanging messages, looking, checking after each other, and you keep thinking about yourself more. Then before you know, in your mind, you already started, relationship has started, even when you haven't even said yes. It becomes, oh, where are you? Have you eaten this one? Have you done that one? What time are you closing? When will you be home? Da, 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 da. You guys have started relationship gradually. And some guys know that this is what a woman like. When a guy is giving them attention, calculative. They are very, very calculative, and they know your birthday. Some of them will know your sister when you guys are conversing, and they try to know how many sisters or brothers, siblings you have. They tend to know their birthday. This is how some conversation goes in. Oh, my brother is born in April. My brother is born in this one, and you say, oh, same with mine. This one. What? Oh, what date is just? And they put it in, and they will work towards that time. So you will be so you'll be so happy that this person takes you so personal. They really like you to have known get gotten hold of this date or some eventful day in your life, that, oh, this person is really in love with me. As at that time they might be in love with you. That time, during that time, they might be in love with you. Oh, I didn't remember to check myself out. um they might be in love with you that time, but as time goes on, you start seeing that I think it's the window. I'm in the kitchen. The football is going to start, so I'm staying away from the men's. Let me quickly share myself out. So relationship starts, and those times where you guys just started, they do everything um to please you, do what you like. And the moment they get you, when they get you, then of course they will relax. And in the process, there are some lies that you might not be able to pick up. But if you're well disciplined or you've stated what you wanted to take and not being not being too sentiment about it, then it might work. Well, about the guy, like I said, I don't know him. Just give him an instant that maybe he was just unfortunate that he's getting married to the fourth person. Maybe he wasn't lucky with women. Some men are quite soft, and the women they are meeting are not the type that needs a soft lady. They need a man that is quite sharp and you can sit them down, sit down there, do da, 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 da. They don't want the one that they're like, okay. So it might be that that's what I thought, but it wasn't. So and also I did say friends. What I wanted to also discuss if you join later or if you can drop your comment also is how far can a friend get involved in your relationship with a man you want to marry? Because some ladies would definitely not want to tell the truth, tell or they wouldn't want to bring out much about the man they want to marry. And would it not look too suspicious or too nosy when your a friend is asking, what does he do? Where does he work? Where is this one? Da, 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 da. And as a friend, would you go all the way to go and investigate your friend's man? You want to go and investigate? Then, as for a lady, why can't they now? Because it's really when we were getting married, then maybe things were not that there wasn't much technology like this where they can do a lot of research, but now there's people can actually check. You can pay some people that will help you to do some checks. Why are they not using this method? Why is it that maybe they just start to take this risk? For Bisola, who is our friend, was she meant to actually ask questions? How deep was she meant to actually go into asking this question? I said I wanted to share, I've forgotten. Um, which one is with children? I'm not doing with children. Who's supposed to? Okay, please join me. Okay, it's my dad. I don't even know where I kept mine. Yeah. So, like I was saying, for Bisola, we don't know if she knows and she just said that she doesn't want to ask too much questions. You don't know. Do you know some people when even when they ask question because Bisola as she had a child, I think the girl is a teenager now. What if they feel or why you asking? Is it because you have if yours didn't work? I don't know if she got married or she was just a single mom for unplanned single mom. Anyway, I will say. So how deep can friends go into your personal life in all in the name of their doing sisters or they're trying to show love? And also I wanted to ask questions about pastors. Should pastor not should I thought before I thought pastor do have criteria before they get to and they start before they wed the couple, joint couples. The investigation that they do, should they be personal? Should we take it personal? Should Yeah, should they ask questions? Because especially if it's a big church, they should know people that knows people that would know people or that would know someone to see, okay, is this person okay? How would they pass the message across? And should they refuse? Should they have the right to refuse that, you know what, we haven't gotten enough information or a good report about this person. So because of that, we would be going ahead. Not forgetting that if any couple is being called or a sister or a brother is being called that, oh, your partner, we've done some investigation and we don't think we're going to be going ahead for now, blah, blah, blah. And the person decides to go to the next pastor, next door or another place and they got them and they get married and yeah, and their marriage is successful. I know someone like that. The church she attended said they don't like some stories about the guy, blah blah blah. But she went to another church, and yeah, they got married, and they've been married for over 10 years now. You see, you're welcome, Uncle Ben. Good to see you. Um, So, should pastors ask questions? Should they do they also have the right to refuse? Should they have the right to refuse to join the couples? Because I feel maybe because like Pastor, what is this called? Pastor Bolaji, yeah. I think he should know better, but is it because she's a celebrity or that's what they do in their church? And I also want to ask about the families as well, because that's why I said we've got questions. The family as well. Is it because Sharon is now maybe a star in their family or wherever, or she assists more, so they don't have any reason to say no to requests like I want to get married, and they just go by everything. Did they not ask question? Do you think Sharon was actually ready for the life that happened last weekend? I think was it last weekend it happened. I think almost 2 weekends ago. Is this something she really prepared for? The fact that she showed the man's backside showed to me that maybe she already knows something is coming up. It's not a case of guess what, it is a case of I think I'm ready for it, but let us get to the let's cross the bridge first. Um, so those are the questions. I'll check my phone. I did draft some things that I needed to us to discuss. Please join me, guys. Sorry, please. I just wanted to share it out. Let me see properly. The football is starting soon, Uncle Ben. Are you not a soccer person? Because I know you guys call it soccer over there. Let me drop the link in case anyone wants to assist me here. I don't have my lightning on, so check if it's dark. It's okay. I actually wanted to take my camera off. So, um, link, invite. I have a show coming up shortly. Okay, no problem. No problem. See you later then. Thank you for coming. Yeah. So, like I was saying, um, should the friends should they be asking questions if excuse me if you're in their position and your friend is asking question. I didn't know I shared this on Facebook. It's asking me to log in. No, I haven't got time for that right now. Yeah, so if you are the one who is getting married and your friend is asking too much question, I think your best lady, as they call it, the chief bridesmaid, um some want to know because they know their name will still be attached to your union if anything goes well or um, goes wrong. So let's say Bisola now, does she respond to Stella? Stella, what is her name? One Stella, this Stella lady, woman. So the way she responded, is it the fact or she was just trying to stop people from poking on her friend? And also being a prayerful person, does that mean that we she actually heard from God? Because a few years ago, before I had my son, I see some people that they're also waiting on the Lord. When I got pregnant, some of them were asking questions because I've got a bit of gap between my girls and my last one. Then, when I had my son, I now wasn't working in the um, youth church anymore. I used to be the youth minister, but I couldn't really function as well. I only kind of engage more in their WhatsApp, or if we talk outside the maybe when the service is on. So my son had a bit of challenges, and for parents that they find themselves in such condition, they will they tend to reject assistance from the government. They don't want their child to be diagnosed or labeled, sort of, especially when you come from a background. So the challenges that now will request people start questioning your background. How can this happen to this? Da, 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 da. It's like a pastor's son to having such issue. People will be thinking, oh, maybe you didn't pray enough, but we were okay enough to accept what happened and walk along with them, and things were getting better. Those of our black bag people that refuse, because when we hear these challenges, a lot of us will start doing this. I wouldn't want to assistance. They believe when we they pray and do speaking in tongues, everything is going to go, whereby slowing the development of that child as the assistant the child is meant to get from socializing, or when they're in class and all that. And this thing wear off later as they grow. So it takes some people years before they will accept that this their child has also challenging challenges for them to accept, because people are going to label them, label their children or wherever. It isn't easy, I know. Sha don't call me. Because when I'm on live stream, that's when I'll start getting calls. Can you not open that, please? The one you don't come. I'm doing live stream. Huh? The one you want, the open one is in the fridge. Okay, thank you. Okay, I wanted to ask about how deep should one ask about their past, about your friends' fiance's past. As a friend, is it your right? Is it your responsibility to want to start digging into the person's past? Oh, my friend wants to get married. I now want to I want to start going to dig into his past. Should it be my responsibility to dig into his past, or should it just be me asking one or two questions? Remember, we don't want to appear as if we're not happy for them. Before they will start saying, "Oh, I suspect you. You're not happy for me. You want me to be like you, or whatever, whatever." I did write about pastors' involvement. Should pastor ask questions before joining the couple? Should they ask questions? Should they ask people from their congregation who could also help to investigate or ask some question around before they can say, okay, I want to join you guys together? Uh, I think I just spoke about this. I talked about this when I started about the time frame from when one relationship has ended to when the next one starts. That some people don't take time to reflect on what they've done wrong. When something happened, if I'm always concentrating on where the other party has done gone wrong, then I'm not ready to grow, to to would I say grow from that stage, because I'll still be holding on to the fact that I am right. Something could have caused your reaction, but if you if you're able to reflect back, you see maybe there's sometimes you shouldn't have even responded. Maybe I should have grown in this part. I shouldn't have. I see some people's messages and emails. Sometimes I just read some and just ignore. Some I'll just like, okay, that's how they see me. Okay, I don't have to always prove myself. So how deep can one ask question? Then when relationship break, how long can should you stay before you jump into the next one? From what I've gathered so far, the man has been jumping from one lady to the other in this. I think it's in the space of 6 months. Sometimes in 6 months he's already seeing two people. And I do understand some men, okay, they met you, and they're trying to say, oh, these two people seem to click. Which one should I pick? But you should know, if you tell someone, I've got someone sent me a message that he met a guy, and the guy told, he was the guy that came to approach that, oh, I have someone I just met a few months ago, but I like you. And I think also we should just say for the first, like, say that, oh, the guy was actually good. He actually let us know that you is seeing someone, but he likes you. Now the question should be, so what do you want? You want to compare, then you want both of us to start striving to be the best. Then you can pick whoever you think suits you. The other person should be um, left somehow. But at least you know it's seeing someone. So it's not left to you to accept it or not. You can say, oh, I'm so sorry. I need you to concentrate so that we can know what I don't want any mistake done. I know what I'm dealing with. Um, So I did put healing time after breakup, self-reflection, and development. How you should check what happened, how you should work on yourself. Do you go for therapy? Then before you know that, okay, I think you're ready for, I'm ready for a new relationship. So that you're not taking the baggages of the old relationship with you to the next one. Then you start complaining that your shoulder is paining, your head is paining. You might be using your previous relationship or marriage to deal with the present one, especially when the present one displays something similar to someone who you just left. You start the click, you have a click that, oh, the same thing wants to happen again, and you want to fight back. You might react in the wrong way, even if you're meant to react, but reacting in the wrong way could actually even end things up. So should your friends dig into your fiance's past or ask questions? Then parental involvement. Did our parents, when I say parents of nowadays, they ask questions, because most times when, if they don't know you guys to have dated for 2 years or a year over, seeing you guys are quite serious, they will ask questions. I got married a year after, and we would have loved to get married. I think I've said it here once or twice, because my mother-in-law wasn't ready, and now we're friends. Imagine. So, should parents ask question? What is their involvement? Because if a child is doing well, does that mean that whoever they are bringing home to, or is it a broad issue? Because some people were saying maybe because the guy is based in abroad. It's not everyone that is based in abroad that are quite clean. Some people just want someone shoulder to lean on, someone that will help them to work so they could pay up their bills. Yeah, there are so many of them. The same way with some ladies as well. They want someone that they can bring that, they will say, let's do joint whatever. And they will now tell you that they have some bills that they needs to be paid off, blah, blah, blah. And as the savior, you want to help. Then as well, church, when some people want to get married in the church, I would say that maybe the church or the church committee or the pastor will come up to say, maybe if that person you want to get married to is not from their branch, then they are not ready to join them. It does make some people to go to another church where all they need to do is come for 2 to 3 weeks counseling. All they do is just be saying how a woman respect your husband, the food that man doesn't eat, you don't cook it, all those things. Because those marriage counseling that they do back there is just more about talking to the ladies. There's no much. I would say 10%, in fact, 35% belongs to the men. It is the woman they are concentrating on and telling the woman how to make the home work, forgetting that it's the joint, it should be both parties, to work to make sure that their marriage works. So, like I said, some people will go to any church, and 2 weeks, they just talk to them. If that 2 weeks is just maybe 2 or 3 times that they will meet, under 1 hour they are done. They already planned their wedding, they've already printed their dates and where they will do. Some don't even need that. All they need is money, bring this, bring that, and they will join them. And boom, they are good. And majority some people are still married till now. Their marriage works. Why some did not work? They did not when it doesn't work, that's when people will be asking questions. So those are the things that I actually wanted us to discuss here. Let me the past. Okay. Since you have refused to move, let me use the proper. It depends. Oh, do you mean the question that they're asking? I mean the friends that should be asking questions, or should pastor? How should the pastor should get involved in joining the couples? Should they d- also investigate, ask some questions? Because knowing that if it doesn't work if the marriage pack up in few months, then people will still point fingers at them. That's why I put Pastor Bolaji's picture. Like, shouldn't they ask question? Is it because she's a celebrity? Um, yeah, I was going to something about earlier about when you're asking God for something. Sometimes it is the response you're expecting from God that you're just waiting to hear. You don't want to hear the no. So if God is showing us a sign of don't go in that area, we don't see it because we just want to hear yes. WYES is what we're looking for. We're waiting for WYES. Even when no is flashing like this, I said WYES. I'm keep saying YES, YES. That's what we're waiting for. We'll be waiting for YES. Like, so people don't hear. They are praying, 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 praying. Like, oh, is the green light? Is it the green light? Because of what we're waiting for, you might not really see. So maybe she's been praying. Even if God has said, if truly, maybe she said she heard it also. If truly she heard, God said she's going to get married soon. So I can't remember the main statement that she said she made. It might not be this person that actually surfaced. It might be someone that she's not even looking at. It might be someone that's not even she has not given attention to. It might be that the person is already on the way, but she was in a hurry seeing someone else. So the person could have just turned back. I just watched some movie, and sometimes some of them are quite will I say funny, but you can relate to it. Like maybe an angel is bringing your blessing, but because you were not patient enough. By the time you got angry and left, or you were sleeping and the angel got in and was stretching the thing to you, but you were busy gossiping. You're busy doing something else, and you couldn't see when the angels was trying to drop something for you, and the angel decided to leave. I don't know if you guys heard the story. Heard that something like that. They are funny, but we get the point they are trying to uh, bring out. So could it be that Sharon that was praying um, wasn't really hearing from God, or she wasn't seeing the sign because she was blindly She was closing her eyes. Her inner eyes wasn't open to see that it wasn't right. Do you think Sharon was not aware of these three, the past marriages that the man had? I heard the man is quite smart though. The man marrying ladies for career development. Mm, mm. You think the man is marrying those ladies for career development? Okay. Um, I don't know you're still here. I thought your program would have started. Yeah. To me, I think she knows. She she had everything calculated. It might have slipped off her hands, the way she programmed things right now, but if she's been told, not responding, not going on social media, responding it will be the best way that things are going to just get that die down. Because if she keep responding, or if she start responding, she will hate the fact that she got married that day, and her parents respect. And I don't know if I should say maybe they didn't ask question enough, or our situation, our status has gone beyond them questioning her, because some families, because of financial instability, and if that person is the one helping in the family more, bringing up the name of the family, they won't be able to ask questions. It will just be of, I want this done, and yes, we go. Because to me, shouldn't they ask question? Shouldn't they ask the guy a question? And I heard the guy is, I think, he's in his late 40s. I think they have about over 10 years gap. 33, 43. That's about 15. Is it 15 years or so gap? Anyway, yeah. Another question is this guy following up with his children? Even if he's no longer in relationship with their mothers, should it's part of what, to me, I feel Sharon should ask, to see how this guy is would quickly kind of move on. If you move on from the woman, what about the children? Is he looking after his children? Because you don't know what's going to happen to you guys tomorrow when you guys have one issue or the other. Is he just going to, I think he's just very good at running off. Stop this one already. Yeah. I think he's good at running off from, it doesn't take him time. Maybe he's afraid of reflecting back, and he feels a woman will be a cover up most of the time. But he's someone that, from the story I've heard, he's good at pinning the ladies down with his sweet talk. It works for him. Some ladies fell for it. Some quickly see the signs, and you know what? They bid him a goodbye. But for Sharon, I had Sharon too, as was just being served breakfast few months. I think it's less than a year anyway. So she found that as a maybe replacement. She didn't really work. It's like sometimes, when we're crying. For me, if I'm really emotional and I'm really crying, um, I don't, my vision is going to be disturbed. Like, she didn't say very well. People are calling her a gospel, it's not gospel, religious lady and all that. And also some people were saying no, she dated Yaya Bello, she dated few guys. It's a past, we understand. um some said maybe she could have gone back to those people to also have for funds for the weddings as well, because she would want to play her own part. She wouldn't want the man to um she wouldn't want the man to fund the wedding alone. So of course they would have done their own bit as well. Yeah. I think I've touched everything that I wanted to ask. I wanted us to talk about parental involvement, how parents were involved, maybe from the onset or not. Um, Maybe they actually tried to question. Maybe they might not. Maybe they didn't even question. It might be coming to their attention this period that from social media and all that. Maybe they are just knowing that this guy who was once married, and some guy from what I heard, if they are going to tell you that they were once married, they will only tell you that they, they were once they were not going to tell you that this is my this is my third marriage, because if they told you they were once married, you only thought of just one. You never knew that they were um it was couple. Yeah. Next question. I remember. Next question is, we keep saying this. I think it's something I want us to discuss another time. We keep saying this. Women should always go and look for the woman, the man first dated. The man should go and look for the man that the lady first dated to go and ask question. How how possible is that? Because it takes someone who is really, really determined to go all the way, and even asking the person you're dating the question like, can I have the contact of your ex? I want to have ask question. Some will tell you, I'm being serious here, you take me or you leave me. Why do you want to go and be asking my ex? Oh, myself and my ex are not in a good time, so I don't expect her to tell me, um to tell you anything good about me. Would you still go ahead? As a man, would you want your new partner to go to your ex person to go and be asking questions? It's actually good that people find their way amicably, in a mutual way. So there's no risk that when they see themselves on the way, they can't say hello to each other. And also, if you're the ex, would you spill? Because I felt if someone come to me and be asking me about someone I've dated before and they introduce themselves, I'm just wondering, the person's getting my contact and I'm so person. I got your number from this person. Okay. So I would like to come and see you. I'll start asking questions in my mind. So a couple of questions will start running. Why does she want to see me? Okay, if she's polite enough, things work out well between us, and we're asking would I say then we fix a date and you're seeing me and you say, oh, I just wanted to know about I want to know about this. Let me take this background out. It seems it's making me feel so too slimy. Then um this is what I've been using for years now, for months, and I don't even know where it is. Yeah, so if the person is now asking question about who your ex, would you want to tell them the truth? Would you like to tell them the truth, like, oh, my sister, please, if you want to hear from me, please don't bother, oh, he's not a good person. Then even the person will be saying to herself that, oh, yeah, what else would you have said? Then why did you come? What would you expect the person to say anyway? Like, he's not a good person, please shine your eye, or what? I think it's background. I think it's the lights. Yeah, it's the lights. It's the lights. The lights. The window light. So there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Good morning on your side.
Good morning. How are
Can
you
you?
doing? Hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good.
Thank you
I'm
for
good.
asking.
I'm good. Well, concerning, I just came up because of the question you asked concerning whether to ask an ex, about the relationship or what happened in the relationship. If the other person brought it up, it makes sense to find out what happened because some people will say yes, just like they said about this guy that the other relationship he had, that he was talking so badly about the second wife. It makes
Which
sense
is
for you to find out what happened. If they bring it up, of course you have to find out. You don't just go but based on one person's what the person told you. Just like in the court of law, you have to hear both sides. You see, if they didn't bring it up, you can do your investigation on your own privately. But if he brought it up, because that's what most of them do. They'll talk bad about the S. They did this, they did that. What I'll ask is, oh, okay. So I'll say, but I would like to hear her side of the story too. I can't just go by what you're telling me. That will shut them up and that will make them tell you the truth. See what I'm saying? Here. Don't go by what one person said. It will always backfire. Don't go by. If you want to know, hear both sides. If the person brings it up or brought it up, it makes sense for you to hear the other person's side of the story. Don't go by what one person said. If they didn't bring it up, okay, you can do your investigation on your own. But you have to investigate. You have to find out exactly who you're going to marry, either by asking questions or even we do it now. Like when somebody comes to marry you, your parents will say, okay, well, now we call it njuziese. We'll now ask around about your family and everything. So your parents will personally do that. And you on your own, you should be doing it because you need to know who you're going to get married to. And when somebody says, oh, I've been married before, it's a big red flag. There's nothing wrong with it. You ask what happened. And when they share their story, okay, no problem. But be careful if they start blaming the other person, laying blame on
of
the other
course.
person. That means it's a red flag. Because for something to happen in a relationship, it takes two to tango, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not owning up to their own side, what they did wrong, it is a major red flag. Or if you come across somebody like, what is the name of this actor? I think it's Jim Ike. They were
Yeah.
interviewing him
Which
about
is
it.
yeah, I did mention his pampers, yeah.
Yeah, about his relationship. He opened up. He said, "I know I didn't play my part well. I wasn't ready for it. I did this and I did that." And somebody like that is owning up to his mistakes. But some of these men will not. They'll turn down, they'll talk down. This is their fault. They did this, I was that. When somebody started telling you, I put in this, I put that, in this relationship, and this is what she did, that's a red flag. That will tell you, oh, I need to dig deeper to find out exactly what happened. So that's
Yeah.
just my own 2 cents in that. You
Thank
have
you.
to, don't go by just what one person said. Of course, for you to make a decision, you must hear both sides of the story. If you are privileged to hear it from the other person, that's good. If not, just make your investigation and just be prepared that what happened to that other person will happen to you. That's just the truth. Because some of them are not ready to change. When somebody starts getting defensive, I did this, I did that, I made sure I. They're not willing to change, they're not ready to change. That's just the thing. And be prepared for what you get in that relationship because the same thing will happen to you.
Yeah.
So, concerning her praying whether the Holy Spirit told her or not, people confuse when the Holy Spirit speaks, and people
Mm-hmm.
believe that when the Holy Spirit tells you something right now, it's going to happen right now.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And people should realize that when it's time for you to get married, you have lots of counterfeits coming in the midst of the real one. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the mistake we made. Oh, God told me, so it must happen now. So any other person that comes, that's it. The story of Abraham. God told Abraham years and years ago he'll be a father of many nations. And he'll give him a son. Did it happen right away? No. But a counterfeit came. Somebody else came in the form of Ishmael. Isn't it?
Hmm.
Ishmael came within that process of them waiting. So when God speaks, you have to wait on God. Don't jump into it. And because she just ended a terrible relationship.
That story of the Ishmael, I remember that time we were really talking and would I say digging into it.
Mm-hmm.
While they were waiting, Ishmael came. Would you say
Mm-hmm.
it's the answer? You see how how human will be waiting on God's promises,
Mm-hmm.
and so many things can come across to look as if it's the real one.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what we're trying to
hereby
say.
one would choose wrongly.
Yep.
I
That's it.
was saying this when I don't know if I've actually said it that when I had my son, how a pastor actually asked me that when I was waiting and praying, that did I listen? Did I try to listen to hear what
Mm-hmm.
the Lord is telling me, or I was just listening to hear exactly what I want to
You
hear?
want to hear. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I just say that. Are you listening, waiting to hear YES? Even when it was flashing, just no. It's just YES. I just want to hear. Is that what I'm listening to? And that thing really, I thought of it for a very long time. Now said, okay, I think this is what it is. So I think when people, when we're waiting, especially maybe would I say single ladies that they think they've actually uh, gone beyond the prime age that they set for themselves or the society set for them. I think her hearing what she heard, if that's she actually heard something and she got confirmation from few other people, maybe she wasn't seeing who God is actually sending to her.
Yeah, but the thing she didn't, maybe it's somebody on the side that she doesn't even know that God is
That she's
saying.
not even giving attention to, or
And not
or the person
exactly.
even hasn't come. That person must still be admiring her, praying that okay, let God and or trying to set up when she's going to meet with her, so they can have conversation and see how things are going. Then she is already seeing her, going around with someone else. You can just back up. That's why I said sometimes they say when the angels is bringing some blessings and you're gossiping, you will just get angry and leave. you
You
know
gossiping.
yeah, when we're going out, they will say to I see when we're going out, even a few years ago, they'll say, when you're praying or you pray for something and the Lord bring answer and he sent an angel and you're there, you're gossiping about someone else, the angel will come and say, you know what, she was
Wahala.
gossiping when I came. So be humble yourself, especially when you're praying, those fasting periods.
Uh-huh.
They used to remind us of please stay away from gossiping.
So no gossiping.
Say because when the Lord brings your answer, they send angels to bring your and he knock on the door, you're gossiping, you didn't hear the door. Those things are funny, really.
Then the angels will go.
The angel was just
Ah,
like, I couldn't drop it. She was
because she
talking,
was gossiping.
she was gossiping about someone else's problem
Wahala.
as well.
Oh,
I,
Lord, eh.
I pray all goes well. About
We
Bisola, do you
bless
think
God.
Bisola should have not only Bisola because of course because I think she was the first one that people would have obviously
We bless
point
God.
finger at. Could she have asked question? How deep can she go
My
into her
own thing is, I
situations?
don't know how she's dealing with this now, because it is her decision. She may decide, okay, I'm into it. I love this guy. Let's give it a try and see where it leads to. I don't know what is going on in her mind now. I know now she'll be asking questions, and that is what should have done before.
Which
Now
is
I
the
know.
Bisola or Sharon?
Sharon, who is Bisola?
Bisola is the chief bridesmaid, the one that um they said when Stella is it Dama what's no, it's not Damarcus, it's Stella something. Do you know that blogger Stella?
Hmm.
She went to go and counter it and say she's lying that the Sharon isn't getting married as the fourth wife.
Oh, okay. But now he's playing her.
She's the
She's, oh,
chief
what
bridesmaid.
was he doing? Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know that part. So she countered it just to defend her friend.
So yeah, they were saying maybe she knew or she should have known. She would have known better. Even we saw a video where Pastor Bolaji was trying to pray for her that she will get married because she's a single mom, and I think her daughter is a teenager so far. Yeah, so they felt maybe she should have known more. Sometimes people feel if you're a single mother, you know everything.
Oh, okay. I
And
see.
for the pastor, can I ask, do you think they should have asked questions? Should there be a criteria or just wed anyone that comes to your church?
Well, there should be a crack. Well, it depends on how big the church is. When the church is very big, they don't have time
Mhm.
for all that. They believe that you should be doing the acting and the work.
Really? If a church
Saying,
is big, I thought the bigger the church, they should have time, people that should know people, or they should kind of be able to do some checks.
ah, these big churches, the way they operate is among. Okay, let's see. For instance, you have 40 people or 30 people getting married at the same time, or even 50 people in a mega church. When do you have time to be asking questions about everybody? You see what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
They
Sometimes
should
when
have a department
marriages
or
is
something,
50,
people that will
it's
be.
50. Who will be doing the investigation for you? When you have 50 up to 50 people getting married at the same time. So they
Wow.
may not have time to be investigating every single person. All they'll do is say they'll pray for you. That's the thing. And tell you because the person is not a member of their church. If the person is a member of their church, it's different. It will be
Yeah, that's
different.
another thing
They,
that I put down. Yeah, that if
yeah, at
the
least they
person is
know
not
the
their church
person.
member, so they can't dig more.
Yeah, at least they know the person. And some of the sisters, the person have, tried to propose to come out to talk. Do you understand? Some of them may not
Mm.
talk. That's the thing. But when somebody is not a member of your church, where do you start as a pastor to investigate? I don't understand. But if it's a small church that
Mm-hmm.
does marriage counseling, that takes it seriously, yeah, if you present somebody, the first thing they'll ask you is this person a born again Christian?
Mm.
Do you understand? You know? And based on your answer, because some will try to, because they want to get married to the person, he goes to church, but is he a born again Christian? That's what most of these churches do. If they are not sure whether the person standing with God, they will not do. They will not bless the marriage.
It is
That's
well.
the truth. Some churches do that.
Let's say, for example, God forbid, they said, oh, she should maybe ask question or try and find the ex and ask question. Do you think, as the ex, they will want to spill out what happened?
That's what I'm trying to say. If the man brought up the ex, do you understand? In the conversation, when you guys are talking, the ex will be, you say, please, he said you did this, you said you did that. Please, what really happened? Of course, she will tell you her own side of the story. She may not talk bad to condemn the man, but the man brought her up. She will say her own side of the story. She will tell you her own side of the story.
Is it ideal for a lady to actually tell another lady that they are no longer in relationship with, that okay, the new lady that now comes say, oh, I'm the one dating this person that you've once dated, I want to know what happened between you guys, and I ask question that what did he tell you happened? You understand? Sometimes it can come across rude. I'm just asking,
If
like, let's.
somebody comes to me and I had a previous relationship or whatever that ended, and this guy, like I said, brought me up to this lady in a discussion. She did this, she did that, she did that. Like I told you, it is unwise to go by what one person said. You must hear
Mm,
the other side of the story before you conclude.
mm.
And somebody comes to me, oh, madam, your husband, you were married to so and so person, and he told me that da 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 da. I'll say, my dear, let me tell you the truth. This is my own side of the story. I'll say my own side of the story. But why I'm saying it is not to dissuade her or make her hate the guy or anything. But now you brought something to me. I'll say my own part. I'll tell you, okay, this is my own side of the story. But the
Mm.
intention is not to paint the other one black, or
Bad.
but I'll share my own part side of the story for her to hear my side. Because okay, the one that they are talking about now, he's talking about the second one. There was somebody at Obodo Ibo TV live stream yesterday. Obodo Ibo said that this same lady dated the same guy, that Odogu
The Sharon
silencer.
lady, Sharon, the Sharon guy,
Yeah,
I said Ugo, or what's his
yeah,
name?
dated this lady, and this lady called. It wasn't among the ones she married though. They had a relationship. It was last year. Their relationship started. So this lady called. Oh, you didn't watch that live stream? It was yesterday's
No,
live
I've
stream.
not watched the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was yesterday's live stream. I watched it
streams
when I
now.
came back.
I haven't watched from Budo Yibo's one.
Yeah, I watched it when I came back from work. So this lady contacted Obodo Ibo TV to tell her, yes, I dated this guy last year.
Hey, whoa,
Exactly.
hold on. Let me. Okay, carry on. I'll search on my phone.
Yeah. She dated this guy last year. That this guy is a smooth talker, that this guy made her fall so much in love with him. So this lady, So think about it. This lady is coming out, and this lady said that he talked so bad about the second marriage. That is the only marriage he told her about. That second marriage. Talked so bad about the second wife, that he did this, he did that, never stuff like that. If I have the privilege of meeting that second woman, yes, I'll ask her. So sorry, ma, this is what I hear. And she can tell you her own side of the story. Because now she's been painted black, that second wife, because that's the only one he told him he told her about. Yeah, watch that. Watch the that Obodoibo's stuff. Yeah, another
Okay.
the lady that dated, and the lady believed that while he was dating her, that was when he
He
met
was
Sharon.
doing Sharon as well.
When he met Sharon, he believed that was when he met, because the lady
Mm.
said he fell so much in love with him, and then he started behaving in such a way that he wasn't
Oh, I
she
heard
started
some
to
things
doubt.
that he's a sweet talker. The
Yeah,
way
and
Sharon
he
was praising him
yes,
and all that. So I knew he's gone into her head already. Anyway, so
yeah. So the lady was saying that she doesn't blame Sharon, because the same thing happened to her. Because this man will take care of you, this man will talk to you, this man will call you, how are you doing, all the stuff. So that she doesn't blame Sharon, because it happened to her, and she fell madly in love with him. But they never. The lady said he even called her last month. Say, oh, so
hey,
sorry, it didn't happen. I'm getting married. The lady was like, how? When did you meet this girl? The lady just realized that it was when they were talking, that he started talking to Sharon too, and he told the lady the same thing. I've never been told Sharon the same thing she told Sharon, that nobody has
love me
loved
this
me the
way.
way. Yeah, the lady said he told her the same thing. So this is not among the wives. So this is a random girlfriend. So they started
Hmm.
chatting. So that's what I'm. If you're privileged, let me tell you, when that's one thing. When you come
Oh
to
God.
me to narrate something to me, I'll say, okay, okay, about somebody. I'll not conclude based on what you tell me. I'll never do that till I hear the other person's side of the story. Because
Hmm.
before I used to, and it got me in lots of trouble. Because before you know it, you start having resentment against the other person without hearing
From their side.
her own or his own side of the story. So, with you concerning the question you asked me, of course, if he brings it up, like he brought it up to this random lady, this girlfriend, talking about the second wife, if I have the opportunity to meet the second wife, I'll try to hear her own side of the story too.
Hmm.
So I don't know what he told Sharon. Maybe he told Sharon about that second wife and never told her that he had married 3 or 4 times. I don't know, which I'm not sure about. You see, is what is happening on social media. But I may be Sharon knew he was divorced, but thought it was only one wife, like this other lady thought, like he told the other lady. It was just one marriage. Trying coming to find out that, yeah. So that is it, my dear.
Thank you
Mm,
very much.
you're welcome.
Well,
So for churches, your pastor doesn't have time to be investigating your husband, except your husband goes to that church. They can sit the man down and ask the man question, or if the man is willing to come and they'll ask questions. But by the time, the, some of these ladies have fallen in love with this person, and whatever they do
they
is
say we
they are
don't work.
saying to
Yeah.
protect that person.
Mm, mm, mm.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, to
Yeah.
protect that person. That's what it is. She fell in love with this guy. That's the
I think
thing.
she's madly in love. If you see the way she was bringing tongue out, God, shit, God help me. The way she was like, like how many times I thought I said to myself, it seems even Sharon herself love this guy. Pass
The
the
girl,
guy
this
love
other
himself.
girl said it that she was smitten by love. She was
Pardon me?
deeply in love. The other girl said it. What is going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The other that girl I was telling that girlfriend, she said it that she was smitten her herself, that she was head over heel in love with this guy. So Sharon is actually going through the same thing because he
Mm.
knows how to talk, he knows how to love a woman, he knows how to tell you things that will make your
That you
head
would love
spin.
to hear.
Wahala,
Hey.
wahala. So I don't know what is going on with their relationship now. I really do not know, but that
It's
is their
best not to for
decision.
them to
That is
listen
her
to the social
decision.
media now.
What was that?
I said it's best for them not to watch social media for now.
And I was saying, okay, Sharon, you said you kept him, your double silencer private because of what Kanye West and Kim Kardashian went through. You wanted everything to be private. But this your elaborate wedding now,
It's
just
not
broke.
private anymore.
It's not private now. You
That's
should have
what makes it to
done
me
that
that she
marriage
calculated
private.
everything.
Mm. Should have done it privately, the wedding. Should have
Yeah,
done
she
just
should have
short
done it
wedding or
privately
something
or low
privately.
key.
Although if you don't like private stuff, now everything,
Because
everything
if
is out in the public now.
they've done it in their village and people are just speculating now. Sharon has gotten married though. She didn't bring, at least they will say, well, maybe that's why she didn't bring it up, but bring it
Mm.
up to the public, make it that elaborate the wedding. But now that you were showing his back, now you decide to show this everything and the way she was grabbing him, they sent
It
me
was
some
all
videos of
about her. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know
she
what
was
happened.
taking her tongue out. She kept like,
Horrible.
let me take this video. Let me show you what she was. I saw see, I saw
Wahala.
few. I think I have about four that they sent to me. That should
Ah!
I
Was she
just said, oh
drunk?
my god,
Was
it
she
is well.
drunk?
Maybe she didn't expect that she was going to get married. The way she was, she would even one of her pictures. She was like, the,
Wahala. I think she was drunk.
she kept doing that. She would see the guy would just be laughing.
Wow.
I said to
Like,
my this guy knows that this guy has, she's drunk of love. The laugh has
that cheesecake is a
has
man do. Ah, abba.
no, Sharon was really happy.
Yeah.
And another thing, do you think I felt same as I thought so when someone brought it to my attention? Do you think she actually was just also using the wedding to spite someone off? Someone
Exactly.
off.
That one that broke her heart. Mhm.
Yeah. I think she was on a
The
mission on
one
that
that
as
broke
well.
her
Like it
heart.
has happened, finally happened. And the way she was kind of really, I thought, hey,
Exactly. She was more excited than the guy.
the guy, yeah.
The guy was
Initially,
just
I
too.
thought, no, 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 no. But I watched it and what I said, oh, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's
She's
true.
more excited than the guy. I was telling people, you see, okay, I have my man now. Now this man is in the poto poto now. Haba, haba,
But the
this
man
life.
said, now, wow,
That's what they said. Fought,
In fact,
fought.
some I would not even want to go to church with you. Just let's do your
But
parents and I alone.
the thing is, the second one was the longest relationship he had. That one, they were together for 7 years, they said, and they have a kid together, and then they got married. I don't know how long they were married for before he went for the third one. And if you notice, he just married the people, and the third one they say lives in Nigeria. He marries them, leaves them in Nigeria, and comes back to America. So he's like, I don't know what is going on with him, and he's not saying anything. And I don't know. So the plans, was it was Sharon going to join him in America, or was she still going to stay in Nigeria and
She
do her
should stay in
stuff?
Nigeria, except she wants to lose her career because
What kind of marriage is that then? Long distance marriage?
the man should go and meet her now.
Wahala.
Well, they have to. They would. It's not. I'm not in the married, but my advice is, yeah, except she wants to change career, but
Hmm.
she should know that if she wants to carry on with the line of work she is, she would have at least 3 to 5 years gaps. It's
Hmm.
not easy to break in there.
Yeah, but you know what is happening now? You know what is happening now? Some of these ladies just want to get married, just to be married. They don't care about
Except she
marriage.
wants her brother distance so she can be able to.
Mhm. Some of them want to be married. They don't care about the marriage itself. So that's why they can live in different places. They don't care. Do you
Mm,
understand? As long
mm.
as you have that ring on their finger, they are
And
Mrs.
their
This.
husband is abroad.
Yeah, they don't care. So the husband will be doing something else. They'll be doing something else here, wherever they are. So that's just the thing. It depends on what they call marriage now. I don't know what is happening.
God have mercy. Thank you very much for your time. I do
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. Oh. To Sharon, I pray that God will, would I say what God will console her? What she didn't know, she wasn't planning that she's going to get after this wedding. I'm sure by the time she comes back, even the way people are looking at her, she will find everything very, very suspicious. Like I said, I feel that she knows the story. She might not know how deep. Maybe she knows 60%, 70% of the story, and she felt to like, you know what, because you are once married, you married to her doesn't matter. We things are working well with us. Maybe you were unfortunate to marry the two ladies you did. Ours will work. You know, some people when they say something about, but they'll say my own marriage will work in Jesus' name. Of course, yeah. Maybe she has intention of that is going to work, and maybe she hasn't fallen in love like this before, so she felt, oh, I think this is the right one. This one, I prayed. Another thing, once you don't pray about certain things before, and when you now start praying, the one that comes will look like is the answer to the your prayer, like the story of Ishmael that we talked about just a few minutes ago. When anything come, you feel is the next is that's the one. Sometimes the sign that you think you see, the sign might be telling you something else, but you're reading a different meaning to it. Especially when you are waiting for a yes response. When the no's are no are flashing, you wouldn't read it or get it quickly, and you take it as the yes. Should parents get in, how deep should parents be involved in investigating? I think they should really be involved. Ask question. The guy might be angry, but I'm sure if things work out well, they will appreciate it later. Like even they can tell the guy that if you have a daughter, you want to know more before you give their hands out in marriage. So know that we're doing this from the place of love. It's not because we dislike you, or we're just doing the right thing. No man will want to go to their in-laws and go in there to say, I want to prove to you that I'm a bad person. They want to prove that they're a good person. So it's now left for the family also to see something. And I do understand that, the elders, there's a way their instincts will tell them something, or they will read something. What you can't see, they will sense it. I know when a woman is deeply in love, or no matter the story you tell them, you're their enemy. I pray that by the time she find out the mess she has put herself into, she will not turn her back to God, because some people will feel, what's the point anyway? People already see me as this way, and if she's going through a hard time there, I feel she wants to continue to struggle to make it work because of what people will say. It does happen to a lot of people that because they've displayed themselves out there, when things are going bad, They wouldn't want people to know. They are patching it up and patching it up and patching it up till when it's either they are kick off the war, this health, or they are messed up. Then the story of how they were patching things all will start surfacing because they were trying to hide it. I feel Sharon wouldn't want to cry out. She herself was one who made it, who elaborated her wedding. She wouldn't want to cry out because she knows people are going to point fingers. She might be thinking if it doesn't work that she will just relocate. Maybe it's part of her um, reason. Like maybe, well, if it doesn't work, isn't it? I would have had my papers. I would just relocate and just start going to go and live a new life as well. For anyone who is going through this, who might have been in this kind of mess as well, as people will say, it's not too late. You might think it's too late, but it's better you have your sanity. If something is not going well, you don't need to cry out to the public. You still have families. Those families that give you out or whatever, even if they've warned you and you do orikokun. Orikokun is, you insist, this is what I want. I'm an adult. I know what I want for myself. You're not in my life. You're not in my heart. No, and you did all that. You can send them a message that it doesn't look like what I thought. Don't mind them pointing fingers. Please expect that. They might say we told you, but they will still rise up. They might say, oh, continue to enjoy your this thing. They might just say that, but they will start taking action. Seriously, they will start taking action. Even our children, when we warn them, don't do this, don't do that, and they will won't tell you, I'm an adult now, I'm not 18, I'm no longer this one. When it happens, they don't want you to start saying, I told you. They don't want it. And if you still have to say, they still know. So, but this is why I tell my girls anyway. Chista, you're welcome. Chiston, I'm so sorry. We were talking when you got in. Apologies on that. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Like I was saying, so we do tell us, even if we're still going to say we told you or whatever, we would love not to use the word we told you, but know that when you tell us, we will back you up, we will support you. Don't feel like you can't come back home anymore or whatever. you know I think families needs to also reassure theirs as well, on that note. So for Sharon, if it's not working, if it's too hard for you, I know they do say, "Oh, marriage is not easy." This, that, 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 and you want to try to endure, so that they will tell you at the first few years, don't worry. After 5 years, things will be getting better, and you start sucking. If you cannot keep to the 5 years or 3 years, if you need to speak up, because you don't know, this man might have mastered how he deals with ladies, and it works for him. He might work, he might deal with you that he wouldn't send you out. You will be the one that will send yourself out. There are some guys and there are some ladies like that they know how to frustrate you. They won't tell you to pack your things. They won't. You will be the one that you will just walk away when they're done, or he's found someone better, or he's achieved what he wanted. He will start giving you that stupid cold treatment. You will walk out by yourself. If you know you can't take it anymore, you don't need to come to the public to start typing things. You know the public are going to point fingers anyway. But trust Nigerians, even when they are poking you, they will still go and attack the guy. But you can speak to your families and maybe friends that you think, okay, they can listen. But people make mistake. If it has happened and it's not the end of the world, I pray that it works for you. I Let me also give the man 1% of no 5% of let's not doubt him today let's not doubt him 100%. We don't know, maybe this one will make him to say, I think I need to start behaving. So maybe he will behave, maybe he will work, maybe he will start saying that, okay, let's me also work hard to make this one to work. Other ladies have suffered. I asked a question about the guy's children, because I heard he has about three children, two or three children. Because some ladies, when they get into a relationship with a man that was once married, they don't ask questions about his children. They feel it's not their problem. I, to me, I would say it's one of your problem. I mean, big deal, or it's one of what you should, one of your responsibility to ask such, to ask question. You need to know how he will be taking care or looking after his children that you're not the one catering for. You need to know how how he gets involved. It's not about, see, you can't have him 100%. His children too will still need to have him, except the woman is restricting access. Let's say a case of Davido and Sophia. Now, I wanted to also add it to this conversation, but I'm going out. So maybe we'll discuss that another time, because someone bringing up hello, Juliet, you're welcome. I'm actually rounding up. You're welcome. Please give me like a thumb up. So, what was I think I've lost my chain of thought. Yeah, asking about the man's children or asking about the woman's children. I think to me it's one of your responsibility for you to ask to know. Some people will get married. I've got one. I said I was going to share it on my short. That she's complaining that the man's children are the man is spending more money on his children than her. So, excuse me. So please, I think it's something that you guys can ask question on. You need to ask questions. How would you be doing this? Don't think because the man is in love with you and says you're no one has ever loved him before this way or something, or she has never been loved. All those talks. Just know that he still needs to look after his own children. If it doesn't, fingers will be pointed at you. And you, once you get your own children as well, you start reading meanings to also the way it does to his. So knowing how he gets involved with his children, into his children's life from his the children from his ex matters. Don't just copy him to yourself as well. Now you know you're not having him alone by yourself. Yeah, you're not. It's not for you alone. His children will need his attention. He might be using his children as well. Some of them will use their children as an excuse. Maybe when they're messing up or they're going. I know some women don't like their men to go and visit the children because they feel something might ignite between their ex and whoever, all those things. But I think I'm not sure this man is very much involved in his children's life, and if he's concentrating on you, then you alone know that it's not going to last. It might get to a stage where the children will ask questions. There are some children they've grown up, they will find you, the man, and ask questions. Some will even see you as well. Say, oh, so is you're the one. Do you not know that he has children? You know the children of nowadays, they're a bit more outspoken. The one that want to talk to you, they might not mind to challenge you if they have to do it once to just like, oh, so is you not know so thing, okay, or as if be feeding you with lies. So I feel Sharon, I don't know if she's asked question about the man's children. Try to see how he's been supporting the children. Because if you center everything about yourself, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. I think even if you tend to know about the children, how we look after them, the man might even see that you're not just looking at the surface. So when he's doing his own, when his thing starts, when I mean his things to start misbehaving, then he will know that you've actually asked question, that you are smart enough to ask. You're not just thinking about yourself alone. It's true, good to always ask. It's good to always ask. So what I've discussed so far, asked the question I've asked so far, that the Sharon, was she aware? I think maybe at least she would know 60-70% of this thing, but I don't know if she asked about the man's children. Maybe it was just about herself. I don't think she went ahead to go and ask questions about from the other previous ladies to know how good it is. And when it mounts to switch talk, I'm very, very, even at work. See, this one I'm very much aware of it. When I have some men that the way they will praise me. I'm not saying I don't need praises. When I mean praise, like kind of make you feel like, oh, you're doing well. Some of them I read meanings to, like, okay, I think, especially when I'm doing the rota. God, so I feel some of them want to come and start giving me some dates, like, oh, this one. Now, I'm being suspicious on certain things. So when you have a man that they sweet talk too much, I read the meaning to it. I would think deeply that I think there's something I'm not getting here. So maybe that gets into our head. You're welcome, Phil. Good evening. How are you doing? Please give me a thumb up. Me that said I'm going when Juliet got in, but let's just see. Maybe I'll still make it the next 10 minutes. So, like I was saying, that I don't know. Maybe she asked about the man's children, um, or because the man said he's cut ties with his ex. Does that mean that he's cut ties with his children? You don't want to think that he has children anymore. Some ladies, once they get married to someone who has had children before, they feel their own children alone come first, forgetting that even those children could actually help your children in the future. Yeah, that happens as well. It's something that you might not see right now, but it might happen. You don't want to know what's going to happen to the man. And also for Sharon, if this in the next 10 years, this man might be sick. See, you will be the one that will carry most of this, is would I say, the fault and bad that he's done, all the ladies he's dealt with, the children. How many help would you find? Because you don't know how many toes this man has stepped on. You don't know. Some ladies are into marriages that what they are going through in the marriage now, if they've seen it before, they wouldn't have stepped in. Some got in, then they now realize that the man has some huge debt. He has also thing. He does that, and they didn't see that coming at all before. So if I just feel like she should know about them, she should ask about the man's children, and maybe encourage the man to get involved in his children's life at his age. If your own child is going to be, because to him right now your own child will be his first, or to you guys, as you guys will be deceiving yourself, your own child will be your his first. Don't forget that you get to a stage where these children might actually meet in the near future, and the way you treat them also might matters on how they will see to your children as well, even knowing that is their your children are is their siblings. The English is crossing each other, but you should get me. He has a 7-year-old daughter. He 7 year. I thought he has three children. Yeah, two or three. But Sharon is accommodating. Let me just um true. It looks good to always. It's good to always ask questions. Yeah, but I think Sharon knows. To me, 70%, 65 to 70%, she knows. She cannot deny that one. She can be gullible to other people, but she knows. Yeah, I've gone to her page, I've seen some pictures, I've seen some certain things. Uh, she knows. I don't know how deep she knows. Do you know that some people want to be told, but they don't want to hear? There's another thing there. Like, don't tell me, please, please, please. I'm okay. Don't tell me. Some can be like that. I have done that. You mean the lie? Thank you. But Sharon is accommodating to the only child. Sharon is accommodating to the only child that he has. He said it in his wedding reception. He has only been married once. He wasn't married once. He wasn't once. I hope you're not believing the guy. Have you not seen the picture of his marriage? The lady that he got married to. He wasn't married once, so three. He has done three. You see, last week, I don't know if you joined last week. That when I started this stream, I first of all apologized because I was um I was putting in words for the man. I said, what if the man is our brother? What if his first wife passed, maybe during childbirth or something like that? Because I know someone who is an uncle. His first wife passed when he was giving birth. Second one traveled to their hometown and had a confrontational fight with one of their uncle about lands. Then when she was traveling back, she had an accident. Boom. The third one, yeah, when people were the third one managed to still get married to this man, but she couldn't resist. She couldn't what English can I use? She couldn't take people's comments anymore. People were saying, "Oh, maybe she too will soon pass on," and she was afraid. So she just packed. They didn't fight. She just packed. She said she couldn't take it anymore. That she felt that maybe she too would go. Then she left. So the man has a fourth wife, and is a young lady, but so some people could be unfortunate or unlucky that it happened. So that's why I was saying about the guy last week. I haven't done any investigation. I don't know the guy. I don't even know his age. I think they said he was in his 50s then. But now I heard that he's in his late 40s. So I was just trying to kind of be play the devil advocate for the guy. Just try to, like, maybe it may not be his fault. It might not be something that I planned. It might not be this one. But I've read few things over the week now, seen pictures, and I know that the guy knows what he's saying. I listened to one of the speech, and he has a sweet smile. He will look, he appears calm, but I'm sure behind the closed door is something else. So when you say he only one, he's only been married once, it's not married once, so no, just one. It's not one. My mama is not one. Kokon. Have you not seen the picture? The blogs are carrying false news. So, okay, the blogs are the one who carried where he got married to. I'm not talking about okay, let's his first marriage, which they said maybe was because he needed to have a stay. The second marriage and the third one, where they had a traditional marriage. You know, there are two different ladies. Are those ones not marriages as well? Because someone that actually baked the cake also did. See, I've heard things. The man wasn't married once. Sharon was his fourth one. She's saying he has only one child. Only one child. Okay, I cannot prove the number of children he has. I think I heard that he had maybe two or three. I had three. So I want to believe maybe he had one for each with the two ladies. Maybe the first one is an Igbo. So, but I don't know about I don't know how old. So, and if she's, yeah, if Sharon is also involved in the girl's life or the child life, that's a good one. I applaud that for that, because I don't like when people just, like, it's not my business. It might be your business later. We've seen people that it's not their business, well, but when the man got sick, those children that they didn't want to know were the one who they actually had to run to. So, and those one were now asking question of but you don't want to know what's before you don't. You can, please, 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 please. So it's just to avoid that. Only saying he has only one child. Okay. My point is Sharon is a grown woman, and we can't love her more than she loves herself. Good. People should allow her enjoy and marry and let her be. Okay. Oh, that's why we're here anyway. Like us now, we use our people's issues that are out there you know, to bring lesson out. We learn from it. Yeah, we want her to enjoy our marriage as well, but if anything is going wrong, if she feels that she can't take the heat anymore, I know she can be praying and leaning down and praying to God. She can also seek for help. Because of what happened right now, she might try to want to conceal everything to herself, suck it up. And hereby, it might be messing up with her head, and she might not be functioning well anymore. She might just be a shadow of herself. She might not be flowing as such anymore because of what people will say, my family, and all that. I'm just saying that, you know what, when it's time for help, to seek help, she should seek help. And I'm not saying that a woman doesn't go through one or two things with their husband, trying time to come, and with prayers and determination. You never can tell. Very soon everything can just end, and you all rejoice, the sweet and sour of marriages. But if it's something that is a no, 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 she shouldn't just force herself to stay in there just because of what people will say. Because I feel she will want to make sure the marriage works, even when it's not working, because of what has happened so far. I did also mention in my when I first started about should pastor ask questions before they join couples. That's why I feel they should dig into what about the friends, because people were pointing fingers at the chief bridesmaid Bisola, that maybe she knows, maybe this, da, 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 maybe she could have topped it. I don't know how she could have stopped it. Then how deep can friends ask question about your husband or your husband to be? What does he do? Where does he work? Has he married before? How many times? For how long? Blah blah blah. Some people will be thinking, why do you want to know? Why are you too nosy? What's your business? Is that you don't want me to be asked to be happy? You want me to be like you? Um, then the parent as well, when the children are maybe become someone that is also helping the family and bringing the name of the family out. Does that mean that anything they bring home, what is acceptable, they would ask question? I thought parents, the elders sees more than what their children will see, and they could ask question and also tell the guy that it doesn't mean that we don't love you. We even if you want to give your child out, you want to ask question, you just don't want to give it to anyone. And like we're not doing it from the place of maybe we don't like you, but from the place of love, so that we can make sure everything is fine. And I also said that there's no man that wants to go and seek for a lady's hand in marriage and decide that what, I want to go and show them that I'm a bad person. No, everyone wants to behave. So everyone wants to come out with a the way I look right now. The camera is not clear anyway. Do you think I don't scream at home sometimes with my girls? Oh, sometimes I will start giving them warning, like, don't try to take care. I don't like it. Yeah, I do that. They were like, mommy. And when I keep quiet sometimes and they do the thing and they know mommy talk. Yeah. So no one wants to go to the in-laws place for the first time, and you want to go there. I want to show you that I'm a bad person. I am a bad person. No, everyone wants to put up a good face and maybe calm appearance or whatever. So you can't judge from their look. Sometimes investigation, and sometimes even when they're asking them questions, sometimes the way some of them react, say thinking, oh, so you want to dig more. They can't, their body can't resist it. They want to leave quickly. Then the elders will know that I think there's something that guy is hiding. I don't feel comfortable. I think we need to dig more. And yes, I asked, should pastors ask question? Uju talk show was there. She said the big churches don't have time, and I thought maybe they should have departments. They should have people that will know people that will know people that the one we're in. People do investigation and they pay people to just go and do a research about this person. Go and help me to get the past about this person. And some will say, give me 1 month. Some will say, okay, in 3 months time. Why rushing into it? Let me read comments from I know our elder sister. We worked together before she left Abuja and relocated to Lagos. Okay. Oh, forget all these things. Oh, if Sharon noticed that she's not happy in that marriage, she will leave. Hey, all over feeling. Like I said, we don't love her more than she loves herself. Okay, it's good. I pray our marriage will last and will be a beautiful and happy marriage. I wish her well. Amen. Sisters who love her. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We love her too. We're talking from a place of love as well, and also using that as a case study, or as a point of what we can extract from it. That's why I also said, should pastor ask question? How deep can they go into ask questions? Should they also reject to join people's if they can? There are some churches that says if you're not a member, I've got that case study. There's so many things I've not even had time to share, that the pastor said because the guy doesn't attend their church, and they refuse to wear them. And I've seen one that I think it's an Anglican or whatever. They refused, that they went to another church and they got married, and they've been married for over 10 years now. So, some people will say, no, we can't wear them, they are not good, or they don't attend our church. But some will just get angry, go to another church, pay them, and they wear them, and things are still going on. I don't know how they are patching it in their family, in their own, but it happens. So, excuse me, it works for him doesn't mean that it would definitely work for BCD. It might work for B and work for B for a few times. It's not the first time it was working for B that it means that everything is working well. It might not last. Those are the things. We wish her all the best. I pray that everything was well. If there's issue with the man as well, um it's not like if there's issue, there's an issue. I'm so sorry to say that there's an issue. I pray that he's able to work on it. I don't like the fact that he jumped from one to another, and from few things that we've read, it seems he was dating two at the same time, even when he hasn't been off from one. It's actually good that people, when one relationship has ended, try and reflect back to what happened. I usually kind of preach that as well here. Reflect back on what happened, take your own faults, see where you need to work on, where you need to work on, develop yourself. Self-reflection is very good. Develop yourself. It might be hard for you to want to accept it to open, but to yourself, don't lie to yourself. Know that, oh, I shouldn't have done that there. Sometimes I do have one or two this thing, and I will like, okay, when the girl says something next time about this time, I'm not going to say anything. I've already started to judge. I'll start like, okay, I'm not going. I've reflected on what happened, and I feel if next one come, I'm not going to say anything. So if any, then mommy, I'll keep quiet because I've reflected on what happened before, where someone will tell you, oh, you're studying her, you're not this one. Ah, why is this the last born? Hey, what? I'll not leave everything to kind of. So we need to reflect on what happened, see where, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done it this way, work on it, develop yourself. Don't just jump from one to the other, and else you're carrying the baggages of the previous one. And if the present one make any move that sounds similar or seems similar to the previous one, you might want to react, and the way you react might be very, very harsh and too much. Amen. I God will give her wisdom to run her home. Amen. Hello, you're welcome, Ifechi's family. Thank you for coming. Hello, ma'am. Ifechi, good evening. Here listening for support because I don't even know about some of these people. No problem. Thank you. We're rounding up anyway, which I said that about 20 minutes ago. So I think I have let's say like 10 minutes more. So yeah, as I was saying, like um I pray our marriage works, and I pray for those whoever that people that are into this kind of situation. Some might not be able to come out. Some have gone through it, but they are learning. They will be learning from what has happened. Some can't. They can't speak up. And if you're thinking of getting into this kind of, you might not be able to handle it. You might not be able to handle it. I feel that even if Sharon knows, the heat that has come so far, even if she feels it's something that she can suck up and handle, but it might be beyond her right now. She can't really say it. She might not even want to show her husband that I never knew it was going to be like this. I knew something what they were going to come, but it seems it's becoming too much. And the noise, they see, they will whiz this thing on the families here. They will. And it's our friends as well. They will get some look down looks, bad look, bad eye. Should friends ask questions about, I did ask that in the my first when I first started that. Should friends ask questions? How deep can they ask questions? Should people dig into their past? Should you dig into your let me just read it out. Your should partners dig into their past before they move on to, okay, let's get married, so that they get that sorted. So when people start talking, they know that, okay, I've actually asked question. Is it possible? How possible is it that people go to your ex to go and be asking question about you? Because most people will get not feel fine. I don't think it's something I'll be okay with, even if I know if they're going to badmouth me or feel very comfortable, or should they go with them? And if you're the ex, if someone come to you to ask question like, please, I want to ask about Shegun, Kunle, Shola, Stephen, Kevin, this one, that one. Would you like to say things about the person, in as much as you don't want to paint them back, but some says they will tell them that this is what has transpired, this is why we ended our relationship, or I feel somehow about it. I said, should pastor's involvement? Should pastor ask questions before joining the couples? And and also listed that healing time after breakup. That's for the man, like couple of breakup. Even Sharon too. I heard that she was self breakfast not quite long, and I don't know, maybe Jaya Bello to also serve her breakfast, or she was the one who just pack it up because it's also she can't handle the side. Then I spoke about self-reflection, reflect on what happened in your previous day where you've made your mistake, even if you don't intend to act that way, but you ended up doing that, but you shouldn't have. Have you reflected on that? Maybe therapies or so you might need to see for therapy. And also self-development as well. Should your friends dig into your fiance's past? So some people were blaming Bisola as well. Like maybe she knew she should have asked questions, she should have tried to stop her. Sometimes, some to have some question might seem somehow like maybe this person might feel that maybe I'm not happy for her, or I don't want her to get married. So how deep can your friend ask question about someone you want to get married to, or someone you're getting married to? Did they have the right to stop you? Patapata means at least at the end they will just say, okay, I don't want to be your chief bridesmaid. Can you take someone else? Of course, enmity will start. So anything good they are doing from that onset, they're not going to call you because they believe that you're not happy with their progress. I did ask about like a parental involvement, marrying. Then marrying when they say when some church leaders say we can't join you guys together because they are not from our church. Could be some of them is just because they don't want to stress themselves, and some people go somewhere else to go and get they'll get paid. They pay some churches and they get married. And I see that it seems that Sharon was much in love from the picture of things I see the way she was there. She was just, she was like, it's well. I understand. I think that's all for me. Thank you very much for everyone that's been here. Um, should just wishing her all the best. I wish all the best too. I wish everything was well. I wish that I know when another news comes out, this one will just be buried. But if there's any issue that while she's bleeding and praying to God, she should also use her brain. And when she needs to seek for help, she shouldn't hesitate to seek for help because she can't save the world. So as women we tend to have this savior mentality. It does me too. When I hear somebody has problem, I'm like, why can I help? Even when I can't, the person might even be doing better than me. I'm already thinking of how. So if he feels it's becoming too much for her, because after marriage sometimes you start seeing the real another color of the person. You will see maybe there will be some arguments, some issues that hasn't happened when you guys were courting, and it happens. How are you going to manage that, or handle it? I used to talk about maybe some people you don't even know how they flush the toilet, how they wash clothes, how they drop their undies, how some people wash plates, they drop plate, they don't wash plates, and all that. It could be something that she's just finding, and it takes time for her to kind of come into realization, conclusion that okay, I need to take this, or I need to address this with this person. And if you're addressing it with the person and the person is not taking it that way, start saying, are you for real? Really? It could be a bit annoying, but I pray that God's help them in their marriage, and everything works well. And if it doesn't, it is well. I preach 5 days. Thank you, everyone, and I'm done. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, Chison, uh, Juliet, Phil, uh, Uju Talk Show, Ifechi Family, Chill Style, Uncle Ben. I'm just trying to remember. If I don't call you now, it was a mistake. Sorry, I've forgotten you. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you. And I'm done now. We'll see you in my next one. Please remember to watch my. I did drop money boost this morning. I decided I'm not going to be using my. We will not be talking. I'll just write everything and it'll be read out. And that means it's very fast. Quick, quick. We'll finish listening to it. So please engage with my other content as well. Thank you. God bless you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.